And Inkling Lucario. Could be a fun team. Definitely unconventional characters on the screen.
Yeah. Like the left side, we got meta. The right side, we don't got meta. So it'll be pretty interesting without a doubt, and we are going to jump right in.
Right off the gate, Quinn's just on the side, and they're just charging Aura Sphere, while Kebling's just getting bobbed by
like,
two anime girls.
Help me!
Put me in, coach! Put me in! I mean, obviously, you want the Lucario to get her first, because you want that aura.
Yeah, obviously. Like, the more Lucario gets hit, you know, the stronger he becomes. Definitely a better fit in something like doubles. A lot of cheesy situations can come up.
But we're definitely seeing instances of 1v1s right now, but you can obviously see that Prince, Ralts, and Swifter are trying to get to each other's aid more, trying to combo off of one another. And even like setting up for some team situations, I mean, that's first stock. Swifter cleaning it up real quick.
Yeah, not even a minute in, and both of their first stocks are very close to being taken so far, as Swifter and Ralts are kind of just showing their synergy at the moment.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, because if you're going for something really committal on one character,
yeah,
your buddy could be right there bopping you. So
yeah, you gotta. The way you play doubles is very different to singles.
And see, look at that. Swifter trying to cover the option there. Not quite getting it, unfortunately. Like losing their stock in the process. But it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, Kebling had a really good awareness there, seeing that one of them was in a grab animation and just say, hey, hold this.
Truly. And that's really the name of the game in doubles, is looking where your partner is, looking where the opponents are, maybe getting a fun 2v1 scenario on them, and trying to avoid getting caught out by the other characters.
Definitely want to try to play a 1v1 for as long as you possibly can. Or honestly, keep them sandwiched. Like Kebling and Quinn, they had them kind of stuck in the Pokeball there. Wasn't able to really do anything out of it, but I feel that's definitely a position you want to be in.
You got a lot of viable options, and oof, that's gonna maybe Prince Ralts losing their stock right there.
Yeah, but he held his stock for a while, 2 minutes. Very impressive.
I mean, so far so good. It's even stock count, but Kebling and Quinn obviously Quinn losing their stock right there.
Yeah.
But the high percentage, of course, is not exactly what you want to see.
Yeah.
Ooh. Off the top, not getting the hard hit.
Not gonna do it.
But this Lucario's starting to get some aura, so gotta be careful.
He has a lot of that blue. He's looking real blue. And I'm not talking about the first team.
Let's see, what can you get off the grab there? That was white. I like the counter.
Very nice counter.
And you see there was sort of a handoff there, Swifter not quite finding it, almost dying to the aura sphere. But the Kebling is holding onto that stock right now.
Yeah, he knows he cannot lose that stock.
That's
very
going to be Prince Ralts' stock, that's going to be Kebling.
Finally lose it, but honestly, not a bad position. Like Prince Ralts and Kebling now are at 0% and on their last stocks.
Jeez.
So
yeah, watch out. Okay, you're at 0. You're obviously not going to die. Ooh, actually a little handoff there, sending me to your teammate.
So this very even situation here.
Ooh. I like that rapid jab to punish. Being careful. Now again, devolving into those two 1v1s. Be very careful because Quinn is on death's door.
Yeah, Kevin's gonna have to be careful now. Quinn is not on the stage. This could be real dangerous.
Yeah, they have to follow. Again, you gotta be aware of that commitment. And now they can just kind of play a little bit of ping pong with Kebling in a second as he is just getting battered around center stage.
Alright, let's play the game of how will he get styled on.
The tech though? Gotta respect it.
Gotta be careful how you're grabbing here.
Okay.
Whoa there!
A roller beat Flame Nova.
That's a strong roller. Made of the finest material.
That's a strong up too. My goodness.
Anti-aerial. Alright.
I mean, that was only a 2-stock win for Swifter and Prince Ralts, but at the same time, you could see that they were a little bit more in sync in how they were approaching the game, and that did obviously matter to a degree, because they do be winning.
Like, there are a lot of times where either Kebling or Quinn would just be trying to play the game, and either Swifter or Ralts, they would just have the awareness, even as one of them is getting a hit in, they're just able to come back quickly and recover and just easily take care of a stock that normally would be pretty safe if it was a 1-on-1 situation.
It's stuff like that you need to keep in mind. Again, you said it best right at the start. This isn't singles. It is a different game with 2 additional characters on the screen, one friend, one foe.
Yeah, so even as you're starting a combo, you still have to be aware of where the other guy is as well.
So game 2, sticking to that PS2. I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Obviously, I think Quinn and Kebling were doing some good stuff there. If you hadn't the last stock each, we need to tighten things up just a bit, be more in sync with one another.
Like, I do think that if there's a bit more synergy on their end, I feel they could definitely take advantage of Lucario's or mechanic in doubles. Like, I feel the mechanic is very useful, but there are just so many times that like Quinn would either get a hit in and then find himself get comboed in the middle of getting hit, or he would just be at 160 and he just isn't able to keep his stock.
Speaking of 160, back down to 0.
Yeah,
right? And if I was Kebling, I try to keep in mind, like, well, maybe I need to stock tank a little bit more, play me a little more defensive, because Lucario does better the less stocks they have. So obviously you don't want them to stock tank.
Yeah.
You got to be a little bit of the more defensive player for your team. Oof, a little bit of a setup there. Unfortunately, Kebling hitting Quinn and Swifter.
Right into it, And right now, Swifter and Ralts are looking very well. Both of them still holding on to all 3 of their stocks. Kebling also doing a great job of being a stock tank, but running out of time here.
That's for sure. Ooh, I like the splat bomb, actually. Both of them now on that left side. Quinn opting to charge the Aura Spears to kind of run up and be more aggressive. Kebling losing their stock there. And even though you want to charge the Aura Spear, you should, if I were them, I'd maybe try to find a little bit more pressure because they weren't quite getting it. Yeah,
because I feel that while Quinn is charging that Aura Sphere, that just gives Ralts and Swifter time to really just bully Kebling. Like, I feel he has to be a bit more assertive, especially like in this situation. Like, you have really one stock, you're at 103. Like, this is where you want to be going to hit them.
Of course. So Swifter holding on to that stock as best they can. Quinn, out of stocks right now. Are you going to take the stock? Are you just going to watch? Okay, there we go.
He's not going to abandon him.
If Quinn is like me, they forget what the button combination is to take a stock. I'm like, I said,
I've been mashing.
Yeah, it's true. Just punch everything on your controller, except for start.
So now both of them are on their last stock. Swifter at 174, 182, still nothing.
See, that's how you stop it. Off the top! Okay, Swifter, Swifter full of rage knows what to do. Finally using that stock, but I think it's a little bit too late.
All she wrote. At this point, they can just have. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, they're just gonna play patient, play smart, play the ledge trap game.
What they got in store for us? All right.
Ooh, not quite the tee off, but very close. Yeah, that's what that was like perfect.
Simple.
That is a landing hit, but that was like perfectly spaced too. Very good stuff by Prince Ralts.
I'll give it 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. You know, wasn't too spicy, but took care of business.
I mean, if it's by the book and it's working, there's nothing wrong with that. Sure, you need a little bit more sauce, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Hey, they're still winners for a reason.
So, Ralts and Swifter will be moving on to our next stage of winners bracket.
Winners round 2. Good stuff to them. In the meanwhile, I wonder if we're going to have any other people. We do have some DQs, unfortunately, from that doubles bracket, because we saw Bonte not making it earlier, so Bonte Kalen DQ'd, and Ruz Lugia DQ'd. It looks like next on stream, if we weren't putting on anyone else, it's going to be Electrode and Samurott Nick versus the winner of Sequel Joe Matador and Kai Wizzy and Mr. GRA something because Mr. Grammar. Star.gg cutting off names. You'll love to see it.
I was about to say, what?
And if they're fighting Seagull Joe Matador, it's not going to be pretty.
Not going to be
No offense to them, but look at those PR players teaming together for a tournament. Although you can't say that anymore because Krishan is also in bracket. Let's go. That man's got PR'd this season.
Just recently PR'd into the top 10. Very, very